Hello guys, I'm sure you're very ready for this video. You might not know what it is if you didn't read the title for some reason, but this is a couple airlines that are very popular, maybe not in a good way, of them over the years. So, first we're going to start off with my favorite airline, Delta. So, we all know what Delta looks like nowadays, but I'll just still put up the picture, yes, very nice. And then here's Delta in 2015, I would say, around that area, around that time. The Boeing 747, kind of sad it's not there anymore, but what can we do? And then I have this one. This is the one that you can see a change in the colors, kind of. The tail it's kind of like almost looks like a flag. And that it's more navy than well, it's always been navy, but you can tell it's older. And then got this one, which you can see the very tiny engines and big change in the logo from the last one. There used to be blue, like around the windows and stuff, as you can see. Also, I noticed that, actually that might be black, but yeah. Also, I noticed that the wings and this whole plane is very tiny. So, yeah, I mean, that's just this plane, but. And then, now you got this one. I have no idea what kind of plane this is. Kind of looks the same from the last one, but it has two engines and it's a little bit bigger. So yeah, that's Delta over the years. It's not too much of a crazy change, but now we're gonna go to one of the most known airlines in the world in a bad way. Ryanair. Yes. Totally butter landings. Anyway, so here we got the 2025 Ryanair. I believe, I'm not sure, that's a A330 or, maybe A320, but yes, it has the newer cabin. Now, that's in this year, 2025, but in 2015, this is the 2015 picture. This one, it's pretty much the exact same on the outside, but they changed their cabin, and this is what the old cabin used to look like. Yes, very, very crappy. And then in 2005, this is what Ryanair looked like, and a little bit of a change in the name look, but really just almost the exact same. And then here was Ryanair 1990, which is the last picture I could find. And yeah, that looks like an airline that just started doing private stuff. So yeah, there's Ryanair. By the way, I forgot to say the dates of the Delta one, but I'll do that later. Okay, moving on to the next one. Okay, that took forever to find pictures because apparently British Airways pretty much look the same every year. Okay, so here's 2025. We got the beautiful Airbus A380. And yep, this one is a beauty. Got the nice engines, all that. And then in 2015 looked the exact same, but editor aka me after this put in the picture that I saw for some reason, because for whatever reason I had no idea that there was a big smoke crash thingy on one of these flights in 2015, because I saw the pictures of it, but I'll have myself put that up right now. So yeah, as you can see them. But yeah, it pretty much looks the exact same. And then finally, it still looks the same, actually, in 2005. We got the Boeing 747. You can see the engines, I guess, are a little smaller. And yeah, I pretty much don't see anything different. British Airways. But now, you go to 1990, you can see the first change. This is still Boeing 747. You can see the engines are still small, but it's finally, as you look at the tail, it's more like black or navy, whatever that is, and then a little strip of red, and then the bottom is black. It's not all white and red. So yeah. Also, is it just me or does this plane look really tiny for a Boeing 747? Anyway, and then in 1975, this was the biggest change. It was navy and gold, and then the rest is white, I guess. And look at the 3 windows on the hump in the 747. That's funny. So yep. Moving on to the next airline. Hopefully this don't take as long as British Airways, but yeah. Okay, that took kind of a lot of time, but American Airlines has a lot of very beautiful planes. Anyway, so here's the one in 2025. Pretty cool. I don't really like this design compared to the old ones, but if you've never known about the old look of American Airlines, then you'll see what I mean in a minute, I think. So here's 2025, and then here's 2015. There's not that much of a difference, although I do think the engines are a little smaller, and this plane looks, or it might be like a little bit of a dark gray, but very, very similar. And then here we have 2005, which this is the beautiful picture. I know it's on the ground, I know it might not be as good of a picture, but I think with the sunset on in the background, but yes, this is why I don't like the new design as much as the old one, like the last one before this, or one that we have now. The AA, and then on the tail and the chrome with the more chrome and the red and white. The cool. I think that is probably landing, because see, reverse thrust maybe. Yeah, that's just beautiful. Love that. And then I have this one in 1990, which is very similar, although this one has the tail engine, and still chrome. And this one, I think the engines are probably more smaller, and this is a MD, so yeah. I don't, no sponsor by Jet Photos, by the way. I don't know who that is. That was just in the picture I took. And let's see, there's still a lot more, because, or there's 2 more. So this one is 1970, with the Boeing 747 with the, I find it funny how the hump used to have 3 windows, but I know it's because if people didn't like it, then it was easy to convert into a cargo plane. So, and that's also why the cockpit is on the 2nd floor. And this plane had, look at these engines. These engines are very weird looking. But yeah, this design is kind of similar. I don't think that's chrome. I'm pretty sure it's just white or gray. And then this is I know there's probably more, because American Airlines has been a thing for a while, but I didn't feel like doing this for an hour, so, or looking at photos for an hour of American Airlines. So yeah, this is one in 1960. I like this one. The chrome and very tiny engines, though. This is probably one of the first big jet commercial airlines for longer flights, because this was in 1960. I see it says Astrojet. I think the last one said that too. I noticed there's not a lot of flaps, but that's probably because there's the time. Then this one, I like the chrome And then the big American Airlines one. Okay, so that's American Airlines. Moving on to the next airline. Okay, that took a little bit of time. But next is Air France. The luxury of flying long haul. So here you got the one 2025 with the beautiful fog coming off of the wings, kind of. Very foggy picture. That was in 2025, and we go to 2015. We got the beautiful Air France A380. Still looks the same, although it's a little bit of a darker picture. I don't know. I think that's because of the colors, but I don't know. And then I would love to ride in this personally, but anyway, not sure if they still fly in the A380s, but never know. And then in 2005, this is Air France. I'm pretty sure this is A340 or A350 or something like that. Whichever is the one with the two engines. It's not very common anymore. They're pretty small engines, I noticed, and not much of a change. Although there isn't that red thing where it says after it says Air France or before it says that. And other than that, it's pretty much the exact same thing. And in 1990, you got the one and only Concorde, Air France Concorde. Obviously, this looks a lot different just because it's the Concorde with the nose and everything. Pretty similar to the last one, though. But Concorde, we all love that. One that could get you from, I don't really remember those Paris ones, but I know it can get from JFK to London in like less than 3 hours. Went like Mach 2 point something, and that would be crazy to fly in. But sadly, I'll put in the picture, this Air France was the airline that had that big Concorde crash, which could be one of the reasons why the Concorde was done. Like, they stopped doing flights. And so that was 1990. 1980. So this one had the France logo and the Paris logo, whatever you want to call it. And then this was a lot different. This one was a smaller plane, but the windows looked like not unicorns. Are they acorn? Whatever the thing you have at Halloween. It's like orange and white and yellow. And then look at those small engines. And then this one was like more navy and stuff. And then looks like do the wings not? It almost looks like the wings don't have flaps. And then in 1970, you got the beautiful Air France Boeing 747 again with the 3 windows in the hump. And those engines are weird also, just like every plane. Alright, that's Air France, and there might be one more airline, and yes, so see you then. Okay, I'm back. That didn't take as long as any of the other ones, because I'm doing Frontier, which I know there's a lot more, but this video is already kind of long, so Frontier in 2025 is the green. I like it. The deer and stuff. Animals. I like Frontier. And yeah, like that. The green engines and stuff. One of the cheapest airlines. And yep, so yeah, also the blue. I really think Frontier's a pretty design, but I know it's like not a very good airline. And then we got it in gray, and then the engines are still green, and then I don't know if that's a deer or goat, whatever, for 2015. Kind of looks the exact same, basically. And then in 2005, we got the moose and different letters, but in black, and then engines and wings are a lot smaller, I noticed. And then in 1990, which is the last one, Frontier completely had a new design for the other years. This time, 1990, it's white and red, no animal or anything, and engines are very tiny. I see the reverse thrust, beautiful, and yeah, I like this. I kind of like this design, but I don't. That would be cool if they had like an animal on the tail of it. Anyway, bye guys. Thanks for watching. Please hit that like button and smash that subscribe button, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.